So in Block 1, we learned about four topics that are a vital part to the tech world. We covered the Internet of Things, cloud computing, computer hardware, and finally open source software. These all play a major role in our lives, attempting to make our lives easier through the use of technology. So let's first start off with the Internet of Things. What exactly is the Internet of Things? So basically what the Internet of Things is the use of technology to record data. Now, the way the data is recorded is by having identifiers located in any kind of object, whether it's a bus, whether it's a car, whether it's an animal, whether it's a guitar, a basketball, anything. This identifier is located in these objects, and then it transfers the data of whatever was trying to be collected with that object to the Internet to be examined and analyzed. All types of data is collected, whether it has to do with a wash machine, a human, a basketball, a shoe, everything, and any other object you can think of. The first quote-unquote thing ever used was a Coke machine in the early 1980s. A person could connect to the Coke machine over the Internet and check to see if the drinks were cold or not, or what the status of the machine was, whether it was broken or not. Since then, the numbers of things has radically increased. It is estimated that by 2020, in 6 years, the number of machines or things used for data will be around 26 billion, and that's not even counting smartphones, PCs, and tablets. So the question why comes up. So what is the point of collecting this ridiculous amount of data? Well, the Internet of Things will help people, companies, and others manage just about everything in their daily life to help them conserve energy and save money. The collecting and analyzing of the data will help people make future decisions that will better improve their lives or their businesses. So our second topic that we learned was called cloud computing. So cloud computing is using computer resources and applications using the Internet instead of downloading the software. So, for example, instead of downloading a software like Microsoft Word onto your hard drive, you could log onto Google Drive using the Internet and create and save all of your documents right on Google. And not only that, you can access them whenever you like, wherever you like. You don't have to use the same computer. You can use any computer in the world as long as it's connected to the Internet. The big four technology companies all have their own version of the cloud, whether it's Microsoft, IBM, Apple having the iCloud connecting iPads, iPhones, and Macs. And then Google obviously has their most famous one, Google Drive, where you can create Google Docs, Google Presentations, Google Excel sheets, etc. So why the cloud? Well, the cloud can be very useful, especially for individuals, because instead of having to back up their hard drive in case of it all being erased, they have it all saved online, and they can access it anywhere at any time. It's extremely convenient. Instead of having to use the same computer that you have your files saved on, you can have your files saved online, meaning you can access them anywhere in the world. So our third topic this block was called computer hardware. So computer hardware is any physical part of the computer itself. So this includes the keyboard, the mouse, the monitor, the modem, the printer. Basically anything that you can touch falls under the term computer hardware. So what are a few types of computer hardware? Well, the mouse is the pointing device of the computer. The monitor is the screen of the computer in which you view everything. The keyboard is the portion of the computer which you type, and what is typed is sent to the computer. The hard drive is the storage unit of the computer in which applications and resources are saved onto. Now, these applications and resources that are saved onto it are not part of the hard drive. They're a different topic called software. You cannot physically touch an application or a software on there. So the setup of the modern computer was created by a Hungarian mathematician named John von Neumann all the way back in 1945, almost 70 years ago. The setup consists of a control unit that works with a memory unit, a logic unit, or processing unit, and also has an input system and an output system. The fourth topic and final of block 1 that we learned is called open source. Open source means anybody can have access to the design of a product. In regards to computing, it is referred to as open source software, in which the software or source code is made available to anyone. So there are some criteria that a source code has to meet in order for it to be considered quote-unquote open source. A few of the criteria include free redistribution, no restricting somebody from selling or giving away the source code. It must allow the work to be modified if the opportunity arises. It must be open to every person, no discrimination, and it must be technology neutral. There are quite a few more as well. Because of open source software, over $60 billion has been estimated to have been saved by consumers. The purpose of open source is so that software can be developed to its full potential. So a software or a source code is open to the release to the public, whereupon people pick it up and try and improve upon it. And then they put their improvements in and they send it right back into the public. And somebody takes it and it does the same exact thing and improves upon it, tries to improve upon it until it's at its most perfect state. One example of open source software that was developed is the web browser called Firefox. So in conclusion, these 4 topics, Internet of Things, cloud computing, computer hardware, and open source software are all a big part of our lives, and they're constantly improving upon each other, making our lives easier one day at a time.